Welcome back to the show. So our next guest is giving us all the boss babe energy for your Saturday. We are excited to learn how she became the millionaire mommy. Welcome to the show, Coach Tavey Dee.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you guys so very much. I'm so excited to be here and definitely grateful. I cannot wait. Wait.
It's so nice to meet you, and you're coming from Texas.
Yes.
So tell us about what you do. You actually run a successful media agency and coaching business. So tell us more about your services and your media agency.
Well, the name of my business is Master Media Agency. I've been owning it for about 3 years now. It's been an amazing experience. Honestly, we service social media, branding and marketing and advertising. And I've got the opportunity to work with so many amazing female entrepreneurs, which has been probably the favorite takeaway of owning this agency, seeing people go from where it is that they are to where it is that they want to be with just the right push into the right direction. And so that's what we focus on with that particular business. And it has been an amazing business. It's very, very great. It's a very great thing.
I love it. That's so awesome to hear. So as a high school dropout, mother of 3, and some people would hear those things and think that they could hold you back. But you, however, have rocked it out. How did your life experience help you in your business?
It is such my motivation. It is 100% my motivation. Like, I feel like there was a story that I was super inspired by with the 2 sons who had a alcoholic as a dad, right? One of them went on to be successful. One of them went on to be an alcoholic just like his father was. And when they were both interviewed, they were asked, what made you so successful? He said, my father being an alcoholic was the motivation I needed, right, to live my life differently. And then asking the other one, like, why are you an alcoholic? He said, because my dad was. So I feel like we can either allow our situations to eat us alive and tell us who we are, or we can choose who it is that we want to be and take life into our own hands. So even though I went through all of that, it is such the solid foundation to my success today. It truly is.
Well, you are doing lots of things, right? And it sounds like you recently launched something called the Digital Currency Network. Can you tell us more about that?
So the Digital Currency Network is 100% my new vision. This vision came from me becoming an independent investor with cryptocurrency as of this year. Being so successful in the advertising world and, not having that educational background, a lot of this process has been self-learning. And so I felt the need and the passion to create a space, a network, a private network where people who come from the places I come from or who can relate to me or who want to advance as an investor. Once you have a business for so long, you're literally trying to figure out, how can I make money without showing up for every dime? And so that's what put me into this space. And it's just allowing me to have that much more freedom. So I created the Digital Currency Network just so people can have a safe place to come and learn about crypto and how to invest into it, which coins to invest into, when to buy, when to sell, just a perfect way to guide people into the right direction, because there's so many things out there on the internet. And this is very sensitive information. And I felt like there is a demand for a space where people can come and feel safe and elevated and go through the experience of actually becoming an investor and seeing results.
So you are an entrepreneur through and through, and you have multiple streams of income, which is the only way I feel to do that. So at what point did you realize, like, this entrepreneurship thing is working for me? You're starting to see some big success. At what point did you decide this is the route you're taking from this point on?
Well, so about in 2014, so about 6 years ago, I started my entrepreneur journey with walking away from my job. That was the last year that I was employed. And after seeing myself replace the income that I was slaving for at my job, after seeing that income being replaced, and then on top of that, I had a taste of freedom. I'm like, wait a minute, I have money and I can do what I want to do. I'm like, this might be actually working for me. Like, this must be what entrepreneurship is really all about. You always hear people selling you freedom, time, freedom, all these things. But when you first experience it, it literally grabs you in, because this is the space you crave to be in. And I knew then that I had to give it my everything, and it would give me everything back.
So you're offering this free Forex Fridays. And for those who don't know what is Forex and what do you talk about during this Forex Friday?
So I'm super excited to talk about that. Thank you. So Forex has been one of the ways that I've become accustomed to, investing into cryptocurrency. It's like one of the 3 ways that I've been able to make money with cryptocurrency. And so Forex is actually the foreign exchange market. It's the biggest financial market in the world. Our banks are trading on this market all the time. This market is very similar to the stock market, where stock markets is filled with businesses and brands, right? And you're able to, invest into a percentage of those stocks. Well, with the Forex market, it's all the national currencies. And so crypto is one of the currencies that is on there. And so you're able to benefit from learning, the how to buy and sell currency on the exchange, depending upon the exchange rate between currency pairs. And so every Friday, because I know this is new information, this information blew my mind away. I was like, wait a minute, I need a minute to digest this. Okay. But because I know it's such a new space, I created all these opportunities for people to tap in and actually have the experience and gain the understanding before going to go invest into seminars and webinars and mentorship and coaching. Like, let me show you exactly what it is that we do. I believe in giving value on the front end. I learned that from Gary Vee.
All right.
On the front end, and then that will allow you to really cultivate people into the space that they want to be. So yes, I love Forex Fridays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap into that.
So what is next for the Millionaire Mommy, and where can people find you if they want to work with you?
Well, you can definitely find me on Instagram at Millionaire Mommy. I've been building my brand on Instagram for almost a year now, and it's been very successful. I have just the ultimate servitude. So the next thing that I'm getting ready to do is a exposure to expansion launch boot camp, teaching women. I feel like last year, so many of us were forced into this entrepreneur space. All of a sudden, everybody's like, I just need to start a business. What's going on with the world? And I'm like, as a marketing coach of 5 years, I felt the need to create this boot camp that I'm going to be doing in June to help women to launch their businesses the right way. PR being one of the biggest things that has to happen when you launch your business. And so, number 1, I'm being the example. And number 2, I'm going to do that boot camp as a way to give back to the community and really help more women launch their businesses, share their stories, be heard, and inspire more people. So that's what's coming up next for me. And I'm excited to do that.
So good. Coach Tavey Dee, you make sure you are following her on social. And coming up next, such a good conversation. It continues. We will be right back.